Today we're tackling one of the most misleading weight loss myths. The idea that all you need to do is eat fewer calories than you burn, also known as calories in versus calories out. If it were that simple, wouldn't dieting just work? It does not work like that for women. Countless women in their 30s and beyond carefully track their calories, cut portions, and see some progress, only to hit a plateau, feel exhausted, or gain it all back later on. That's because our bodies aren't just a math equation. Hormones play a massive role in how we store and burn energy, as you know now. We are not just smaller versions of men. What works for them doesn't work the same for us. And today we're breaking down exactly why calories in, calories out does not work for us that way. The traditional calories in versus calories out model is built on a system that's far more predictable in men. But women's bodies are dynamic, constantly adapting based on hormonal fluctuations. These shifts impact how we burn energy, store fat, and absorb nutrients, as you've been learning. When we drastically cut calories, our bodies don't just burn through fat, they adapt for survival mode. Instead of increasing fat loss, extreme calorie restriction can slow down your metabolism, leaving you fatigued, hormonally imbalanced, and prone to storing more fat, especially around the midsection, and breaking down muscle, which further slows down your metabolism. On top of that, irregular cycles, thyroid imbalances, and increased cortisol. Remember the stress hormone that can actually promote more fat storage? These can all result from long-term undereating. So if you've ever felt like eating less just isn't working, you're not broken. Your body is simply protecting you. And so unlike men whose metabolism stays relatively steady, women's metabolic rate fluctuates throughout the menstrual cycle. During the luteal phase, your second half, after ovulation around day 14 for a 28-day cycle, leading up to your period, your body naturally burns more calories, sometimes up to 100 or even 300 extra calories per day, as it works harder to sustain the endometrial lining that is building. This is why hunger tends to increase before your period starts. You're burning more calories, you need more. In contrast, after your period and leading to ovulation, it's like around a week, your metabolism is lower and many women feel more energized thanks to rising estrogen. Strict calorie tracking doesn't account for these natural shifts, which means your body's needs aren't the same every day of the month as maybe your male partner is. Plus, estrogen and progesterone play a big role in how we use carbs and fats for fuel. When estrogen is high during the first half of your cycle, the follicular phase, your body is better at using fat for energy. And this is probably when you feel like you can handle a slight calorie deficit with no issue. But as you enter your luteal phase, the weeks before your period, your body burns through carbs faster, which is why cravings for sweet and carbs tend to spike. Your body is also in need for more calories, so it's important to prioritize a bit more protein and moderate amounts of complex carbs and healthy fats. So by knowing this, you can plan ahead and these will help you stay on track without overdoing it. Instead of reaching for a bag of chips, have nutrient-dense complex carbs on hand like sweet potatoes or my banana muffins. I will link my delicious quick recipes here for you and in your module. The key is balance. You don't need a massive carb load, just a small intentional increase to support your energy and cravings. A little planning goes a long way in keeping you aligned with your goals. If you only focus on eating less instead of fueling your body in sync with these shifts, you'll be fighting against your physiology instead of working with it. And that's when diets and just dieting in general get it all wrong. This is a way of living, it's not a diet fad. So the biggest mistake you can make as a woman is eating too little for too long. Chronic dieting leads to slower metabolism, muscle loss, and higher stress hormones. Dr. Stacy Seams talks a lot about how undereating can increase cortisol, making it harder to lose fat, especially around your midsection, like we've discussed before. And on top of that, low energy intake can throw off your thyroid hormones, making you feel sluggish, cold, and stuck in a cycle where you gain more weight despite eating less. And if you're someone in your 30s and thinking about pregnancy or just overall health, undereating can disrupt ovulation, lower progesterone levels, and even affect fertility. And so what's the answer here? Instead of focusing on eating less, we focus on eating better. The type of food you eat impacts your hormones, metabolism, and overall body composition way more than just hitting a random calorie target. Remember your macronutrient lessons? The first half of your challenge is all about nutrition. You can always go back and listen to those lessons and follow the weekly weekly meal plan example guide. But here are some summarized key foundations to focus on today and to have present as you go through your day. Prioritize protein. It supports your metabolism, muscle retention, and hormonal health. Keep planning each meal around your protein, especially breakfast. And remember, 30 grams of total protein per meal to keep you full and energized and activating protein synthesis. Eat your healthy fats, especially omega-3s, which help regulate inflammation and hormonal balance. You already have your healthy fat cheat sheet, so use it to make the best choices. And choose complex carbs over refined ones. They fuel your workouts, sustain energy levels, and prevent metabolic slowdowns caused by chronically high insulin and blood sugar spikes. Think fiber-rich whole food sources rather than processed carbs. And of course, ditch the processed carbs and simple sugars and ultra-processed foods. In short, they mess with your hunger signals, increase fat storage, and disrupt your metabolism, leading to potential chronic illnesses later on. Women's bodies thrive on nutrient density, not calorie restriction. More nutrients, more energy, better hormones, and metabolism that works for you, not against you and your body's health and body recomposition goals. So remember, quality over quantity always wins. Prioritize protein, fuel your body with real nutrient-dense foods, and activate your metabolism through strength training. And most importantly, track your cycles so you can work with your body and not against it. When you align your nutrition and movement with what your body truly needs, you'll see lasting results without the frustration of restrictive dieting. You're doing amazing. Keep showing up for yourself. This is a lifelong transformation, and this is just the beginning. Every small step adds up. Be proud, celebrate your wins, and keep moving forward. You've got this. I'm right here cheering you on. I'll see you in the next video.